Hello, my name is Jamel Kelly, and this is my memorable speech. So, as a child, I was really big into the WWF, which is now called the WWE. From ages 10 to about 15, 16, that was pretty much my life, you know what I mean? So, at that age there of my life, they were like superheroes, they were role models, they were like, they were my universe. Like you had The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, like all these guys. But of course, my favorite was Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Um, so at about age 14 to 15, my father paid for me and one of my friends to go to one of the events that they had here in Philadelphia, which was at the Spectrum at the time, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, we went to the Spectrum. We saw the event. It was spectacular. It was, who all was there? It was all of them were there. Triple H, Stone Cold, Rock was the main event. Of course, he won. Um, but my main objective of me telling you this is the ending of the story. So at the let out of the event, people are everywhere. They're scattered. So me and my friend were hanging out. We're waiting for my father to come pick me up. Um, So my father pulls up. Next thing you know, I hear people saying like, "Oh, look, they're over there." So me and my friend, we turn our heads, and what do we see? We see trucks and cars leaving out the back of the stadium. So we're like, okay, forget my dad. We're gonna go check out and see what this is because these guys are, my life, right? So next thing I know, I hear them saying like, "Oh, look, there's the Undertaker." You know what I mean? So the Undertaker, he's coming out of his van or whatever. He's coming up through the stadium. They're leaving. I guess they're going to the airport or whatever. So the Undertaker, his van leaves off, right? So I start running. I get in a frenzy, like a bunch of sharks eating a fish. And I'm like, okay, if if the Undertaker's over there, then obviously the most awesomest man in the world is going to be there, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. So I run. I leave my friend. I leave my dad. My dad's calling me. I completely ignore him. At this point, like three other cars come rolling out, right? Then there's this black limousine. The limo, you can't see who's in it, and it's slowly pulling away. And I hear a female say, "The Rock is in there." So when I hear the word "The Rock," okay, I completely lose my mind. The limousine pulls off. Okay, while it's pulling off, I'm like a cheetah on a gazelle with this limousine. I'm like literally like full speed on side of it. The limousine slows down as it right before it leaves the final gate to exit out the stadium, and the window rolls down in the back. And who is in the back seat of the window that gives me the people eyebrow? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. At this point, I didn't know what to do with myself. Only thing I did do was scream. My best friend, he comes running up behind me, and I'm like, "It's The Rock, it's The Rock," and I start losing my mind. And when he gave me the people's eyebrow, which is this, that's the people's eyebrow. He gave me that. That was his most popular thing at the time. When I seen that, I did it back at him. He started laughing, and I literally ran to my dad and like gave him the biggest hug in the world. And I told him this was the best event ever in life, and that was probably the most memorable moment I had as a childhood, in my early teens. Um, I lost my mind after a week. A week after the event, I'm still telling all my friends at school. I even tell people to this very day when I see The Rock on TV and his movies and all this good stuff. I still tell them that the Rock gave me the people's eyebrow. And anybody that knows wrestling and knows The Rock, they know what the people's eyebrow is. That's like one of his most famous moves he ever done in wrestling. Um, and that's pretty much my memorable moment. Thank you.